I'll start by saying that a lot of times when we talk about bias and filters and what I talk about as cognitive shortcuts or how our brain makes shortcuts to make assumptions, people talk about it from the context of there's something wrong. And what I like to say is it's not that it's wrong, it's that it's just what the brain does, but it's limiting. So we all are born, we have our different experiences, we have our different memories, we have our different birth luck, right? And but when we talk to people, we don't often take into account that they also have their own lived experiences and their memories and even their traumas, and we have our traumas. And so what happens is as we are constantly receiving information and it's being filtered, and when I say information, I'm going to now chunk that down to communication from another person. A person's talking to us, and we're filtering that through all of those things, all of our lived experiences, all of our beliefs, our values, our attitudes, our memories, our traumas. We're filtering it, and it's the filtered information from which we respond. Now then we respond, and the person is listening through their memories and past experiences and beliefs and values, and then they form a picture in their mind of what they think you're saying. And then they respond. And so by and large, I think a lot of people are walking around not recognizing and realizing that we are just filters talking to filters talking to filters. And there is actually a way to create a conversation where both people have the same picture in their mind, where there is agreement or at least alignment in the receiving of the communication. So that's a lot of what I talk about. But I think that the takeaway in this moment is just that when we're walking around, we have to understand that people have their own filters and we have our own filters. And so the gift of learning to communicate and listen in a way that is trauma informed or that makes a difference is listening from that context. Because when we listen from that context, we're more likely to want to clarify messages, ask those clarifying questions, or be more empathetic in our listening and fine tune our listening, understanding that that person may not be receiving what we're saying in the same way, or we may not be receiving the information in the same way that they're intending it. So it changes the way we make assumptions, and sometimes it dismantles assumptions altogether.